27 years have gone by since the death of Princess Diana, and yet her life continues to intrigue people. The Queen of Hearts, as she was popularly known, had her heart torn between duty and desire. On one side was her husband, Prince Charles, and on the other was the charming billionaire Dodi Fayed. Her love life was a turbulent saga, featuring a parade of other men and a whirlwind of controversial rumors that captivated the public's attention. But the question remains, who was the only man who truly captured her heart? Join us as we uncover the complex, emotional journey of Princess Diana's quest for love and happiness. At just 19, Lady Diana stepped into the unforgiving glare of the spotlight. Her romance with Prince Charles catapulted her to instant fame. For the next decade and a half, she was rarely out of public sight, her image plastered on every front page and her name on every tongue. She was loved by millions of people all around the world for her open nature, sense of style, and dedication to helping humanity. However, despite all of this, her picture-perfect marriage slowly unraveled under the scrutiny of the world. As the world came to know her as the people's princess, few were aware of the shy, awkward child she once was. Born into a life of privilege, Diana's early years were marked by a mix of luxury and loneliness. Growing up on the expansive Park House estate in Sandringham, Diana was the youngest of 4 children born to John Spencer, Viscount Althorp, and Frances Shand Kidd. She had 2 older sisters, Jane and Sarah, and an older brother, Charles. But behind the scenes of her idyllic childhood, Diana's parents' troubled marriage and eventual divorce would shape her own relationships and desires in ways she could never have imagined. At 6 years old, Diana's parents' troubled marriage ended in a divorce. This event left a lasting impact on Diana as she felt the pain of her mother's departure. After completing school at Westheath Public School in Kent, where she excelled in sports, particularly swimming, Diana moved to London. She began working various jobs, including as a nanny, cook, and even assistant at the Young England School. Meanwhile, her father, the 8th Earl Spencer, had relocated to Althorp Estate near Northampton, starting a new life with his second wife, the daughter of renowned author Barbara Cartland. Little did anyone know that Diana would soon become the most celebrated member of the family. At first, it would seem her elder sister Sarah would be the most popular family member, seeing as she dated Prince Charles briefly in 1977. But this event led to him having a significant interaction with Diana for the first time at a party at the Spencers' home. At that time, Diana was 16 years old and Charles was 29. The two would not have any relationship with each other until 3 years later. This encounter laid the groundwork for a future connection that would change the course of their lives. Over the next few years, Charles and Diana would occasionally meet at social events and parties, but they didn't have a close relationship until 1980. As whispers of romance between Lady Diana and the Prince of Wales grew louder, the media descended upon her, relentless in their pursuit of a scoop of the gist. Despite the palace's efforts to downplay the rumors, the speculation only intensified. And then, on February 24th, 1981, the news the world had been waiting for was finally confirmed. The engagement of Lady Diana to the Prince of Wales was officially announced, marking the beginning of a new chapter in her life. The wedding between Prince Charles and Diana took place at St. Paul's Cathedral on a beautiful day in July 1981. Diana walked up the aisle bravely with her father's arm guiding her. The only time she faltered was when she struggled to remember Prince Charles's names in the right order. She was the first English woman to snag a royal crown in 3 centuries. This was a big reason the royal family rolled out the red carpet for her, besides her charm and family ties. Camilla, Prince Charles's first love, got the cold shoulder because she didn't quite make the grade. In the documentary, Diana in Her Own Words, Diana shared her personal thoughts and feelings about her marriage. In her own words, she said, "I felt like a lamb to the slaughter, and I knew it." Initially, the couple presented a united front, carrying out royal duties while welcoming their 2 sons, William and Harry, to the royal household, but the union was doomed from the start. Charles's ongoing friendship with Camilla Parker Bowles and Diana's struggles with royal life created tension. Charles, meanwhile, found Diana's emotional needs and desire for affection suffocating. As the time passed, they began to lead separate lives, with Charles pursuing his interests in architecture and philanthropy, while Diana focused on her charity work and raising their children. By 1986, both were already involved in extramarital affairs. In 1994, Charles told Jonathan Dimbleby, his official biographer, that he had rekindled his relationship with Camilla Parker Bowles. Diana began an affair with James Hewitt around this time, and their marital problems became public news. And in 1992, the couple separated. The separation led to a little bit of freedom from Buckingham Palace for Diana, but this intensified scrutiny from tabloids, especially when it comes to the men Diana was suspected to have romantic relationships with. Before the divorce, rumours swirled within Buckingham Palace about the nature of the relationship between Diana and her bodyguard, Barry Manicky. For Diana, Manicky was more than just a bodyguard. He became a confidant and a source of emotional support. She once spoke to her friend and voice coach, Peter Setterlin, in 1991, telling him how happy she was when Barry Manicky was around. She was so attached to him that she even considered leaving royal life behind to be with him. For Diana, Barry was a supportive father figure, and she relied on him. However, their relationship raised a lot of eyebrows, and rumours of Barry flirting unashamedly in front of servants began appearing in tabloids. Even Prince Charles's security chief confirmed that he had seen Diana and Barry in compromising positions. Diana continuously denied all the allegations, but it was evident that Manicky played a crucial role in Diana's life until his tragic death in a car accident in 1987. Diana was affected by Barry Manicky's death, saying he was the first person to treat her like a normal person. Until his death, he was the only person she enjoyed talking to amidst the scrutiny and isolation of royal life. Diana's early relationship with James Hewitt, a British Army officer, was notable in her life. Their affair began in 1986, while Diana was still married to Charles, and their relationship was the only one Diana spoke openly about on BBC Panorama in 1995. Their relationship started really well, and Diana described him as a young, charming, and charismatic man. For Diana, he was definitely a strong contrast to Prince Charles. James caught on quickly that Diana was a lonely woman in need of company, especially with Barry gone. He became a source of comfort, and then a lover. Their relationship was ultimately marked by Charles's infidelity with his former mistress and current wife, Camilla. Hewitt was a natural womanizer and gave Diana all the attention she wanted and the passion she yearned for, but he cheated several times with other women. Despite this, Diana remained attached to him, and their relationship continued on and off for several years. But he would go on to have interviews saying Diana was very demanding, loved attention, and was suspicious of him. He talked about some supposedly romantic letters and presents that Lady Di bombarded him with. He even went on to say that she called up to 10 times a day. He tried to sell those letters to the press, but they were stolen just before the deal was settled. In 1994, Hewitt wrote a memoir about his relationship with Diana. He reportedly sold the story for a significant amount of money. By 2011, Hewitt was still discussing his relationship with Diana in interviews. In one of his interviews, he said, "If Charles hadn't cheated, Diana wouldn't have." However, to date, he remains a notorious man in Diana's life for trying to make profits by selling information about his relationship with the princess. Rumour has it that Diana met James 2 years before meeting Prince Charles, but their romantic relationship didn't last. Instead, they chose to remain friends. In 1992, a tape containing a phone call recording between Lady Di and Gilby surfaced. In the tape, she complained to James about her husband, describing her marriage as torture. The call was made on New Year's Eve, 1989. James proceeded to comfort her and tell her he loved her, calling her his darling and squeegee. However, there were intimate details hidden from the public that made it very clear that James and the princess were more than friends. Compared to Hewitt, Gilby was a better man and would not discuss his relationship with Diana with the media. Only at the princess's request did he agree to speak with journalist and biographer Andrew Morton. Princess Diana started dating Dr. Hasnat Khan in September 1995. They tried to keep their relationship under wraps, but the press found out. Despite the media frenzy, they managed to have a pretty normal relationship. Diana even nicknamed him Mr. Wonderful, and he was considered to be her main love. The two met when the princess was on a humanitarian visit to a hospital. The royal butler even confirmed their relationship in an interview. According to him, he helped Dr. Khan sneak into the palace to visit Diana. Their relationship began to have issues when Diana pushed Khan to make their relationship public. Khan refused to talk to the public until during the 2004 inquest into Diana's death. He admitted during her inquest that their breakup was because he wasn't comfortable with the public scrutiny that came with dating Diana, even though he loved her. He remembered Diana fondly, saying she was a very normal person with great qualities. Diana's most notable relationship was with Dodi Fayed, the son of billionaire Mohammed Al Fayed. They met in July 1997, just as Charles and Diana's divorce proceedings came to a close, and their whirlwind romance captivated the world. Fayed showered Diana with attention and gifts, and she seemed happier and more content than she had been in years, until their ill-fated demise. The couple were just returning from a vacation in the summer of 1997 on the Fayed yacht. Sailing around the south of France before heading to Paris, paparazzi trailed them everywhere they went. There, tragedy struck. The couple died in a horrific car crash in a tunnel. An investigation revealed that the driver was drunk and speeding at 121 miles per hour while being pursued by a swarm of paparazzi. And even after the crash, Diana was still alive, but the paparazzi continued clicking on their cameras instead of getting help for the princess. Mohammed Al Fayed, Dodi's father, continued to claim in his grief that the accident was a setup by the British government, but there has been no proof to back this up. The death of the people's princess sent shockwaves to her lovers all over the globe, and they continued to mourn for several months and even years after her death. For 15 years, Princess Diana searched for love, even though she was adored by many. She was close, yet never got the one thing she desired most, a love that would make her truly happy. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell on this channel. We will keep you informed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.